My plecos needed some caves and a tank upgrade. Check it out. My name is Anthony. Finally got the official name for the channel locked in.
210 Aquatics.
Reppin' San Antonio. It's about time I threw that out there. 210 Aquatics. That's going to be the channel name. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe. Let's talk about these plecos now. Let me know what you think about that intro too. Alright, so I got these bricks at Walmart for 88 cents. I think the cashier guy wasn't sure about the price. They could have been a little more, but I got a deal. The makeshift caves that I went with are actually Rubbermaid drawer organizer containers. So if you were to basically flip those things over and pretend I didn't cut little cave holes in them, you would be looking at like a little container that would hold your forks and your spoons and your knives. This one here on top was about $4.60. I cut it in half because the other ones are actually shorter, fabricated shorter, and they only had 4. And I wanted 6, so I grabbed a longer one, cut that in half, and there you go. Now it's in 2 pieces, and you're looking at it on top. What you're seeing me do here is just I'm messing around trying to figure out exactly how I want to set this whole thing up. I was at Walmart in the garden section messing around with the bricks and these these containers, kind of getting an idea. The smaller containers are actually like maybe $2.50, somewhere between 2 and 3. So I just thought, you know what, I can do this. And I've got a Pleco cave that I got over at Aquarium Co-op. I think they're more expensive now. That's not a jab at Aquarium Co-op. They've got great products. I love those guys and Corey, and I do support them. But for as many caves as I wanted, I didn't want to pay $50, $60 for like 5 or 6 caves. So I think I did better here. And, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I also had some concern. This is a 20-gallon long tank. It's sitting on a stand from Pleco that you can get, like a metal stand. The problem is that the stand only supports the frame, which is obviously plenty, of the actual tank. There's nothing supporting the actual bottom glass other than around the border of it. And I knew I was going to be putting 11 bricks in here, and I thought, I know 20 gallons is a lot of weight when you do the math, but I got 11 more bricks that I'm thinking that I'm going to put in here. So I grabbed some 2x6s. One of them's painted black there, and the one on the back end is not painted really. So I went ahead and put those there. They're just a little over 30 inches, which is the length of the aquarium stand. But that's okay. I don't care. It's not a display tank. It's in my fish room, which is a workshop, right? And provides me plenty of zen and relaxation. But this way I could support the bricks. And so here I am just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. And I end up kind of going with something like this. So I've got 2 caves on the bottom, 1 on top. And the reason I didn't go with the setup in the middle like I thought I was going to go with was because it really took a lot of the surface, I felt, space away. I don't want the plecos to obviously have some swimming area on the bottom as well. And I wanted a chance to put a little driftwood there in the middle, which you'll eventually see. The problem here is that I have this PVC pipe coming through. I originally drilled this tank for another project on my patio. It's not even worth talking about because obviously I'm not doing that anymore with this tank. So I'm realizing at this point that I may not be able to have this side set up all the way to the back like that. So I think what I end up doing here is just moving it forward up towards the front of the glass. But what's cool about these caves while I'm messing around with this is, let me tell you about what these containers is on the inside. If you were to flip it over, Rubbermaid puts a little kind of a rubbery little grip kind of a surface there at the bottom, which is obviously the top here for me. And I thought that'll work perfect because you kind of want a rough kind of a surface that the eggs will really have no problem sticking to, assuming I can get them to breed. That's ultimately the goal here, by the way. I want to try to see if I can't breed my albino bristlenose plecos. But right now, I just want to throw them all into this Pleco condominium complex and just let them have a good old time and get acquainted with the tank. I've got 2 females and 3 males. I'm just going to throw them all in and just see what happens and monitor it, have a little fun. And I think this is the way I ended up keeping it. Kind of looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like a Mayan type pyramid action going here for the plecos. So you can see here on the middle one there's an open end because the top one has an open end. So I'll talk about that here in a second, how I fix that. So here I am putting the driftwood in. I'm filling it up with the Python clean and fill and the J-hook. Put a little bit of cycling chemical in there just to help me out. I do have the original sponge for this tank. I'm going to throw that back in as well. But I wanted to leave nothing to chance. I had to start out and empty all the water out of this tank originally just so I could move it, get the boards put underneath. And so that's why I'm doing a little bit of a chemical cycling booster there. And yes, just filling it up now, as you can see. Got the driftwood in. Hey, look at that. That's a large aquarium co-op sponge. Love their products. You're looking for a nice sponge, coarse sponge, go to Aquarium Co-op and get one. That's actually a piece of my kayak that I've been modding and cutting holes into. Those 2 top, the other side respectively, which used to be one piece of that container that I cut in half, obviously open end on this side and then the cave end on the other side on the inside. And just from what I've researched about plecos, they will not go into a cave, at least I've heard. Let me know if I'm wrong on this, but if they can't see all the way to the back, they won't go in. And if it's not completely like closed up on the back side, they won't even use it. So I had some extra pieces here and I needed to kind of give this back end a little closure. So I went ahead and did that. And I think it works out because I've got a little cut piece there in the middle of that piece, as well as the other one, I think, on the other side. So that will allow a little bit of light in, and that way the plecos, whoever, if they decide they want to go in there, can see that it's blocked, but they can see all the way in the back. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. At this point especially, I don't know. In fact, at this point, I don't even know if they're going to use these caves that I just fabricated. I already put one in right there with a net, and that wasn't working out so well because the bristles were getting caught up in this net, cheap net. So I started putting them in by hand, and the second one was a little bit of a spaz, and I kind of figure out here, just kind of put them in my hands and do my best to deliver some transference of calm and peace once they're in my hands, so they know that I wasn't gonna hurt them. So I feel like I did that, and I think you'll see that here in the next 2 releases. They kind of just relax. I open up my hand, and there they go, nice and easy. Love my fish. And so yeah, it's kind of crazy picking them up actually, but it was cool, and I think that was a lot safer than putting them in the net. So I dropped them in, and I got to tell you, they're loving it. They've at this point now, I could tell you they're in all the caves. I mean, look at that. Even immediately there to the right, you can see. I think I point that out. They're already going in there, and that little space in there is interesting because they could swim into that space and then actually go up into that top cave from that point on, because it's open there at the bottom. The only place it's not open is actually on the brick that's underneath. But right there in the middle, it's totally open. So I'm curious to see if they'll use it, and it looks like this guy here is using it right now. So let me know what you think about the new pictures or the new video quality. I am curious to hear how that's looking for you guys on your end now compared to like the regular old 1080 that I was doing. This is 4K. What else can I tell you? There you go. I put a shot there of the Rubbermaid storage thing. You can get that at Walmart. Don't bother with Amazon. They're a lot more expensive on Amazon. Go figure. Like I said, those storage little drawer things will cost you $262 or something like that. Go check it out at Walmart. And I went in and got the aquarium co-op sponge in there, and then I've got my Cascade, my Plex Cascade 1000. It's ready for 100 gallons, and I got the intake sponge there from Aquarium Co-op as well. Put that on the intake for the canister filter. These guys can make a mess, so you can't really ever be over filtered on a Pleco tank. Trust me, it'll get smelly real fast. Believe that. It's been a few days already now at this particular moment that you're seeing the Plecos are doing fabulous in the tank. It'll be cool to see if they'll actually breed in there just the way it is. I can't wait to see how the tank evolves. So thanks for staying with me up to this point. I also want to give a shout out to one of my viewers, customers, practically a buddy now out in Ohio, Tim. Shout out to you. Stay on those Plecos. I know it's going to work out. Second announcement, I'm going to do a giveaway. I need some help first, but check this out. AquaClear Fluval 30. It's rated 10 to 30 US gallons, 150 GPH on this bad boy. And I love this filter. I have a couple of them. I love the fact that you can change the or mod or upgrade the filtration and the stages and how you want to do the filtration on this filter. So if you need one of these, look, it's not the lotto, I get it. But if you need one of these, you gotta love a 1 in 200 chance at getting one, shipping included. You gotta love those odds. Not bad odds at all. Alright, so there it is. Check it out, folks. Help me get to 200 subscribers. When we reach 200 subscribers, I'm gonna give this bad boy away to one lucky winner. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. The comments and the thumbs up really do help the algorithm to put more eyeballs onto my channel. Speaking of, once again, I started out this way. Let me end this way. I want you guys just to note that I did change the name. It's not I Am Anthony anymore. I still am Anthony, but the name of the channel, I had to make sure I got my ducks in a row. 210 Aquatics. That's what it is. Look for that. Once again, we'll see you in the next one. You guys slide into the week nice and easy. Have a beautiful Easter Sunday morning. Love life.